Okay. Now I can.
You can say good evening again.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness Commission meeting. Today is September 16, 2021. It is 7 p.m. and I'd like to call this meeting to order. Public comments instructions. Oral public comments may be provided live during this meeting by first registering for a Zoom meeting in advance by providing an email address and a name. And the link was published prior to this meeting. Tony, would you help me with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, IT will throw the flag up. Very good, thank you. And if we can now all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
to which
and
it
to
stands,
the republic
one
which it stands,
indivisible, liberty.
a nation under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
and justice
for all.
I gotta tell you, it doesn't sing song quite as well over Zoom as it does in the meeting.
Right. Okay. Well, welcome, Captain Torres. We have Chief Maloon and all commissioners. And thank you, Tony, for arranging and the agenda. So would you help me with the roll call as well?
Yes, Commissioner Bittenkurt, I don't know if he's on the line. Sorry, I have the box scanned down just to the speaker because I'm trying to do notes at the same time. So if you're here and I'm saying your name, I can't see you. Alec Bittenkurt, are you here? Okay, I saw Don Clendenin. I see Vice Chair, Paul Ellis, Commissioner Evan Gann, Chair Han Lian. We have Commissioner Jonathan Nakapla'au on the phone with us. We have Commissioner Joe Nichols, and I'd like to introduce alternate Commissioner Michael Berryhill. He's a previous commissioner from this commission, so I'm very excited to have him back. And I'm also very excited to announce we have a new alternate commissioner, Andrew Liu, and I wanted to welcome him to the commission as well.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yep.
Welcome, Michael and Andrew.
Thank you.
Okay, and given that we do have one, since Commissioner Bittenkurt is out, we can actually seat our first alternate, Commissioner Berryhill. We will seat him tonight as Commissioner, no longer alternate this evening.
Hey, there's a little bar that doesn't really show up between the pictures and the share screen. Basically it's centered from top to bottom. You'll put your mouse over it and you can push that over so you can shrink the share screen on your side.
Oh, it's fine. Mine are shrinked on the side. I'm good. Go ahead and continue on with the agenda, Han.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
Right. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Actually, I think I found there was a mistake somewhere. Tony, the mistake was that the agenda or the minutes? I forget.
Yeah, it was the agenda. I accidentally put approval of the May 2020 minutes. So yes, it'll be approval of May 2021 minutes. I will mark that as an amendment of the agenda. And so do I have a motion from someone?
I'd like to motion that we update the agenda to indicate that the minutes were from 2021, not 2020.
Will do. So I'll put a motion for Berryhill.
Another motion, item 5 in the fiscal commission work plan assignments. It says met with Sergeant Speckenauer. We never did meet with him.
Oh, okay. Was it supposed to? I don't have the.
We were supposed to connect by email, and then he kind of fell off the.
Okay. Did I have the tense wrong? Was it supposed to say meet with Sergeant Speckenauer?
Yeah, to meet with.
Okay,
yeah.
I will adjust. I will make the note of that. Okay. pending, or excuse me, I should say, do I have a motion to approve the agenda with the approval of the May 2021 minutes and item number 5 to reflect correct tense. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So motion.
Okay, I'm going to put Vice Chair Ellis as a motion. Do I have a second now that we have all the corrections in there?
I'll second.
Okay.
On seconds.
Okay.
Is this a roll call?
Yes, for those of you that are able to vote, or if you need to abstain, such as Andrew and actually, no, this is the agenda. Never mind. You guys can all motion to approve it. I will do roll call. So Chair Clendenin,
Yes.
Chair Ellis,
Yes.
Chair Gann,
Aye.
Chair Leanne.
Yes.
Oh, I'm calling you all chairs. Everyone's equal tonight. So my apologies. Commissioner Nakaplau,
Yes.
Commissioner Nichols,
Yes.
and Commissioner Berryhill,
Yes.
and Commissioner Liu.
Yes.
Thank you all. I have unanimous consent.
All right. Thank you. Item 7, public forum. Those interested are invited to address the commission on any subject not on tonight's agenda orally via Zoom.
I apologize, Han, really quickly. We need to approve the minutes. That was just the agenda we approved for tonight. So we need, was there any edits to the minutes from May 20th?
Okay. I apologize for that because I heard something about changing 2020 to 2021.
Yeah.
All right, let's
the
go
agenda, not the
back
minutes.
to number 6. Is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes of May 21, 2021?
That's what I thought we just did.
No, we did the agenda.
And the agenda had a mistake about the year of the minutes on the agenda.
Right.
That was the
Right.
correction I made.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's where the confusion, yes.
Originally, Commissioner Berryhill put a motion to approve it. However, Dawn, you chimed in with the second correction. So we need a motion to approve all the items. So now we do approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Who was second?
Me,
Who was the
Tony.
second?
Joe.
Joe. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't see you guys.
No problem.
Okay, and I'm going to do a roll call for motion. If you were not a part of the commission at that time, please abstain. So I will go through Commissioner Clendenin,
Yes.
Commissioner Paul Ellis,
Yes.
Commissioner Evan Gann.
Yes.
I'm going to put you down for an abstain because you weren't there. Were you?
I was.
You were. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Okay. Chair Leanne.
Staying.
Yes, he was.
Okay. Commissioner Nakaplau,
Yes.
Commissioner Nichols,
Yes.
Commissioner Berryhill.
Abstain.
Okay, and Commissioner Liu.
And
Okay, I have 2 abstentions and 5 approvals. Okay, motion carries. Go ahead and carry on with the meeting.
All right, public forum. This is item number 7. Those interested are invited to address the commission on any subject not on tonight's agenda. Speakers may provide their name and the city of residence for the record, and comments may be limited to 3 minutes or less at the discretion of a chair or vice chair. As an item not listed on the agenda, no response is required from the city staff or the commission, and no action can be taken. Are there any public comments?
I do not have, nope, sorry, I'm trying to look.
Yeah, I don't see.
No,
Public
we don't.
comments at this moment.
Thank you, Ron.
I
Oh,
think-
and I do see Councilmember Dominguez. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, I was explaining to everyone I have you guys on the side of my computer, so I don't see everybody because I'm trying to take minutes while I do this.
All right,
Okay, carry on back to you.
okay. Announcements. Are there any announcements from any one of us here? think I got my screen changed.
No announcements?
No announcements? Then we're gonna move on to the business items. Item 9. And Tony, you are now on for the 2021 work plan updates.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and go through. We probably need to make some amendments given that we have some new commissioners. And I'll probably have to touch base with them outside to get a little more detailed into it. But for now, why don't we, those who are on one of the subcommittee commission plan assignments, why don't we get updates from you guys? So I'll go ahead and just call through. Neighbor Fest is still currently on hold because it's very publicly involved. And given the COVID concerns, we aren't back to in person and getting involved in community parties and events like that right now. So I'll go to the Technology and Collaboration Initiative, and that is Chair Lynn and Commissioner Nichols, if there's an update.
I do not have an update for this. Jill, do you have any updates? You want to unmute yourself?
So
Jill?
I did. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
So I did reach out to the Sunny Hills Neighborhood Association. I know several members on that in that association, and they did express that that they at some point once they are back in doing in-person meetings, that they would like to have somebody kind of from the commission come out and talk to them, talk about what we're doing, what we're working on, kind of thing. But other than that, no other update.
Okay, and I also, Tony, you got the list of the Vietnamese and Chinese business owners that I emailed you.
I did, yes.
Any other updates? Oh, I'm back to you, Tony.
Okay. Again, another event that another work plan program we have is the Map Your Neighborhood program. However, this one, for the same reasons as Neighbor Fest, it's very public facing. This has also been put on hold as well. So we're going to move on to the next one, which is the Business Emergency Preparedness program. And that is Commissioner Nakaplau and Vice Chair Ellis.
Okay, a couple of things. As you saw from, or as you heard at the last meeting, we did make some progress and inroads with the Chamber of Commerce, the Milpitas Chamber of Commerce. We have now attended 2 of their mixers. Han attended one. I think it was in June. Han, is that correct? Or
Yes.
June? Okay, so Han attended one in June. I was not able to make that one, and I think it was much better attended than the one that I participated in this evening. Han, do you have any comments you want to add to your June experience or about your June experience?
Well, at that meeting, I think we had about 34 attendees, and they introduced new members at that meeting. We did not have a booth there, and I was not given any time to speak. So,
Okay.
have that chance today, Paul?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I just got home just before the this commission meeting started from the September mixer. It was held at the new Milpitas Retirement Senior Center over or off Main Street. So Main Street and Cedar. It was not as well attended as the meeting that Han went to, and they attributed that to the fact that the logistics to get into the building and parking around the building were pretty bad. So there were only about, I'm going to estimate about 20 or maybe 25 people that attended. I did set up a table. Thanks to Tony, I had a 1-page leaflet on CERT and races, and then I grabbed a various assortment of tchotchkes and things to put out. Much to my surprise, there wasn't a whole lot of interest. I did get to speak for a few minutes and talked about the Office of Emergency Management. Tony, most people recognize your name. there seems to be, kind of a curiosity about emergency preparedness, but it doesn't seem to be a priority. So I don't know what we need to do to get people's attention, but that's where we are. At least they're allowing us to participate. So maybe if we just show up enough and put enough stuff in front of them and come up with some decent programs, we'll get some better traction. But at least we went to 2 of the meetings.
I happen to know there's one ham over there, but he works in the HF range. And another couple that's in there.
Yeah.
I'm interested that why it's such a significant difference in attendance from June to November, but that's okay. We'll just kind of keep at it. Maybe quarterly we go to their meetings and speak and.
Yeah, they attributed it really to the facilities. The parking around that facility is not really great, and the facility landlords failed to tell us that there was a garage that we could have parked in. So a lot of people actually pulled up to the building, drove around looking for parking, and then left.
Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. If there's nothing further on that, we'll move on to our last work plan objective, which is to collaborate with the Milpitas Police Department in their neighborhood watch program, and that's for Commissioner Clendenin and Commissioner Bittenkurt. Any updates, Don?
No, other than Speckenauer hadn't gotten back to me.
Okay.
So that was kind of the I don't know what happened on his side. And I haven't. Okay. Well, there's one thing I've noticed too, and this is for the for police, is the crime report. Everybody has dropped off of it, so I don't get any input from the crime report that email I get. So I'm not sure what's going on with what the police are using to kind of say, well, here's incidents within Milpitas or whatever.
Captain Torres, would you be able to address that?
I'd have to speak with Sergeant Speckenauer next week when we come back to the office, but I'm not sure. I do have some familiarity with the unit that he supervises, and I'm not sure what crime report you're referring to that's being sent out. And maybe if you could explain it a little bit to me, just so I can see if I do have some knowledge about it.
Well, the thing is it's let me see if I can find email here. A quick like. Let's see. Where are we at?
While Don's fishing around for that, I can offer the one comment that I think the decision was made to transition from that email to using Nextdoor and the Facebook platform, as well as Twitter, because I've stopped receiving those emails as well, but I do see things regularly on Twitter, Facebook, and Nextdoor.
So are you referring to how we would do our outreach through the Nixle platform?
Well, that's the thing I was talking about. Okay. That it's LexisNexis Community Crime Report, and it's you guys dropped off first, Milpitas dropped off first, and then Santa Clara dropped off within about a week after that. So it's like, it's like you guys are not using it anymore.
Okay, I'll have to look into that, and I can get back to you. If you have an old email that you want to send me so I can just kind of have a point of reference, I'm more than happy to take a look at that for you.
Okay, so your email is what?
It's J Torres, TORREZ, at ci.milpitas.ca.gov.
Okay.
And then I'll also ask the sergeant about getting back to you or seeing where we're at with contacting you regarding neighborhood watch meetings. I know that some of that is just slowly starting to pick back up with in person, but even so, that's probably going to be limited right now.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's just kind of like, well, we could no mask. Now we got masks on. Okay, I'm not going to go because I can get sick. And that's kind of go through everybody's mind, sort of thing. I think. Yeah. So it's straining.
How can I participate in this program too?
Yes, because I haven't heard much from Commissioner Bittenkurt. Let's talk about that. We might need to add on another work plan, because the problem is you can't have a quorum. So we have limitations on how many folks can be to each topic. So let's talk offline about that. I'll get in touch with you and Commissioner Berryhill and Commissioner Liu, and we'll kind of navigate what we have here, what you guys can join on to, and or what you guys are able to create a new work plan item if that's something else that we want to do.
Because I'm just partially involved in the programs already. I'm doing a lot of that on the side anyways.
Yeah, this might be a good thing for you to jump in on. So yeah, let's connect on that afterwards.
Is anyone using the Citizen program? Have you heard about that? It's an app. It's called a Citizen. It's a live monitoring of the crimes and accidents. It feels like it's more current than the Facebook, Twitter stuff. It's called a Citizen. It's an app that you.
Sorry, I've vaguely heard of it, but it's not something that we're currently using. We're using again, we use primarily Nextdoor. We found some very good success with that because that has, with the registration process, having to be part of the city of Milpitas itself, so that way we can get our messages to the actual community members. We have some success with Facebook as well as Twitter. Nixle, I will admit, is one of those ones that has kind of we do use it on occasion, but because the volume of people subscribe to it isn't there, and then for some of the features, it has to be a pay type of platform also, is that we primarily will stick with, and Instagram. We also have good success on that. So those are the four that we're really using and focusing on community engagement and putting out information about events. We have, most of our events are posted on there. We do bi-weekly crime information as well, and then crime prevention tips.
Cool.
Okay, unless there's nothing further, Han, that's it for the work plan assignments. I'll do some follow-up outside of the commission with individuals to see what they'd like to do.
We are moving on to item 10. I see Councilmember Dominguez is here to give the report of the council.
Thank you so much, Chair. Thank you all. I am sorry that I can't be with you over video, but definitely wanted to make sure that I give you guys an update. Our police department is doing a phenomenal job. I do ask that maybe we could support them by sharing the PDAs. I know that was something that we had been talking about maybe about almost 2 years ago, right? To trying to do the small films to do some crime prevention tips and share them with our community. And so I invite you to visit the police department Facebook page. They have been sharing some videos that are phenomenal. And so these are to tackle the crimes of opportunity. I think that this is a great resource for this particular group. So if we could work together and share that and make those go viral, we would greatly appreciate it, since we are seeing, just like other parts in this region, just a little bit of enhanced crime around those crimes of opportunity that could really be preventable. So thank you so much to the Milpitas Police Department. And I'm really excited to share that they did this with under a $200 budget, I've been told. And so they really have gotten very creative, and they have used the skill set of their staff, which you look at these videos and they look like they were made in a production scene. So please, when you see our chief, please thank him for putting that on the priority. I know this was a priority for this group. The other thing that I know council has been working on is definitely making sure that we are providing resources to any of our anybody who has suffered from a crime. And so we've been partnering with Santa Clara County to make sure that those resources are available. And so please know that if you know anybody that has unfortunately experienced or is currently going through a situation where they are a victim of a crime, please know there is resources from Santa Clara County. And I know that our police department has been doing an amazing job with that. So please know that, I think that's something that in the future, maybe this group could take on as well in terms of maybe disseminating that information, as I know I've even learned of some things that are super helpful, and they're pretty new with Santa Clara County. I also like to share that our police department has been actively involved in there is a group in Santa Clara County, and there's a representative from different departments that have been working together on domestic violence. And so it's very important, especially for victims with domestic violence, to get resources. There is a new center. So maybe Chair, one of the things in the future that I think would be great if we could do is maybe take a field trip or go as a group. I know COVID is really challenging now, but just put it in our notes for the future to go see this new center that really is going to be providing space for victims of domestic violence. I know that there is even some changes happening on how police officers are taking the intakes of report, especially if there is choking involved. And so I'm very proud of the work that I've been hearing that's coming out of Milpitas Police Department. And so please thank them. And there's been a lot of updates, and those are like the top. I know we haven't met for a while, but I definitely wanted to share that. And I will conclude with, I know that this a lot of the members here were concerned about either gang activity or gang graffiti. I could best assure you that our police department is using the latest technology to be on it. And they have increased patrolling in certain parts of our community. I know some members of this commission were concerned about the skate park. So please know that there is increased patrolling there happening. And so I want to thank our Milpitas Police Department for taking an active role and being proactive. Our kids are safe, they're having fun. And we're all working together to make sure that we address any concerns that come up to our community. But I do know that those were some concerns of some of the commissioners. And so I definitely wanted to give you guys an update. And so with that, I conclude my report. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you, Councilmember Dominguez, for the report. And the next item on the agenda here is to give the report of the school district. Schools are back. In person, kids are happy. We do require COVID tests weekly. And as board members, we do have our meetings in person. So, Tony, I think we should think and, slowly going back to in-person meetings. But schools require to, even though we are vaccinated, we do have to take the test prior to attending the meeting in person. One great news is the school district secured a $150 million bond at the interest rate of 2.064. This is historic low borrowing rate. That's good news for the community members in our city here. And that's all I have for the school. The next one we have, yes, Tony?
Oh, I'm just saying thank you. I was going to move into my report.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to announce that the emergency operations plan, which has been 3 years in the making, has finally been adopted. And thank all of you who had read through it and kind of provided some input to me on the document itself. It was a tremendous lift to take care of, and we finally went for adoption in August. So that was really exciting to get done after a long 3 years working on that. Also, I wanted to announce that one of the we have four cert caches with one new one online of the four. I think I've mentioned this in the past. Serrano Park, we were moving one out there because those folks on the other side of the 880 freeway, I'm concerned with their ability to get emergency services in a catastrophic disaster, and be able to train them to take care of themselves and their neighbors over there. So again, when we get back into more face-to-face training and whatnot, I'm going to have a lot of focus put on that area to ramp them up and get their CERT team trained up. And so they're able to accommodate themselves if in the event of a catastrophic disaster. So I'm really excited about that. in addition to that, the Connex box that used to be at Burnett, or I should say the cache that used to be at Burnett is now no longer active. I don't know if you remember, but it had been unfortunately broken into, like not many, but a couple of the other ones. So I've gotten Connex boxes with secured locking mechanisms where you can't use bolt cutters to cut it open. It's up inside of a metal protective system. The one at Cardoza Park now, it's replacing the Burnett cache. I've moved it onto the city property rather than school property. It's up and fully functional, and it's been painted. It looks great. It's got big advertisement signs on the side of it that advertise the CERT program. So that way we can hopefully promote new members that are interested in coming, that see the box and are interested, and they might call the office and see about getting involved in the program. So yeah, I think that's all I have for OEM this month's report, or next month's, this quarter's report, I should say.
Thank you.
Can I ask a quick question on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just wanted to check, Tony, to see if you have any idea when the CERT classes might be turning. I know that's kind of a tough one still.
Yeah, I had put fall as a moving target, and so I was really excited, but with Delta variant going up and us having a lot of concerns with that, I don't even think that staff are fully back in the office 100% of the time at this point. And I think even the public's entrance to City Hall is extremely limited. So I don't think we're going to be bringing CERT and or future CERT members onto the facilities, especially when you consider that the areas that they participate in at the station are, I don't want to expose firefighters. The last thing we need is us to go through the firehouse. We take the risk, of course, of exposing firefighters, given that we run the drills and the training outside of the firehouse. So there's a sharp concern over that, of course. But generally speaking, we're not fully loaded back into the city facilities just yet. So as much as I hoped it would be the fall, again, moving target. So I can't say much on that at this time. Hopefully in the winter, we might be looking at the beginning part of the new year. We might be able to get started back up again, but it's really going to depend on how COVID rates are looking in the county and what the city is going to be allowing us to do at that point in time. So yeah, I wish I had an answer. I'm excited to get
okay.
back.
That's okay. Just curious if it's, yeah, sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions?
So can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, please, Jonathan, go ahead.
With the program being dormant right now because of COVID concerns, this is just something that I've been doing, and it's just a suggestion. I've been going to the Fema independent study programs that are online and been trying to knock out a couple of those. So I don't know if that would be something anybody else would be interested in, but it's just it is being able to provide pretty good training for certain things. They put up a whole bunch of new classes, since I don't know how often people go to it, but and they're all online, and then you just take the test and you get 70% and you pass, and then you get the certificate from FEMA. So if people are looking to maybe just stay current, and maybe just get some work done, it'd be a great way to just take a look at the FEMA site, the independent study program.
I haven't pushed FEMA as much. There have been a handful of folks that have taken a couple courses while we've been in this hiatus.
Okay.
However, we have had quite a few to keep individuals' training skills up. If you're currently a CERT member, I have pushed out anytime I find a training and or via Zoom webinar type of training. I've been pushing those out and requiring folks to keep up with their skill set to at least attend one online training over the course of this last 2 years now. Another option we might have is the Utah University, University of Utah. They came out with actually the online CERT class. I haven't jumped too much at it because my concern is people are going to want to take it and not they'll complete the online portion, but you still have to do the skills clinic. You're not graduated into the CERT program until you've done the skills unit. And knowing that I couldn't put on a skills day for them, I kind of hesitated away from that because I didn't want, in the event that something did happen, I didn't want these people thinking that they were available to deploy as a result of their online training. So I was concerned about folks getting the online training and then taking that as I'm an active CERT member. However, those who are currently in the CERT program, if they'd like to take the online University of Utah or Utah State. I can get that link out if there are individuals that do want to attend that, but it would have to be strictly current CERT members.
The others, the Los Altos stuff too.
Yeah, there's a lot of Los Altos.
Yeah, because once you go to their websites, you can see a lot of things in there that are at least good. They're not, some things are cert, and then some things are kind of extra, which doesn't hurt to kind of spread your skills out. Yeah.
I just blasted out a Stop the Bleed course, so there was additional coursework that could be worked on as well. And that's all I have for OEM.
Okay, thank you.
I checked out the FEMA online course too. It's pretty extensive. It's kind of overwhelming. I tried to register the class, and then some of the classes is availability is next year, sometimes quarter. So if there's a recommendation guide, that would be great to what to take.
FEMA has the online courses. They're IS courses, IS and then the number, because it's independent study, so it's online. If you are interested, they have an IS 317, which is their introduction to CERT. And I think they have another one that's a more advanced CERT course that they put on online as well. So there's a couple of them that are independent study via computer.
Yeah, I done the
Tony, you
introduction
can
CERT course.
communicate. Tony, maybe you should email it to Evan, and
yeah, no problem.
Maybe to all of us as well.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Great. Chief Maloon, do you have any updates for us?
Yeah, hi there. Just a few things. First, I wanted to recognize Tony for her efforts on the EOP. Like she said, that was it was actually probably closer to a 5-year endeavor. And the new EOP, Tony put a tremendous amount of work and effort into. It was greatly appreciated by the city manager's office and the city council, and by me, certainly. She does do a really good job of making me look good. So really great job, Tony, and it's greatly appreciated. Additionally, the CERT caches has been a pretty heavy lift for her. Big undertaking, getting that done, working through the process of procuring the new caches, the storage units. We had a significant problem with theft from those, and we were just throwing good money after bad, continuing to replace things that would get stolen, and then it would just get stolen again in a couple of weeks. So really great job on that too, Tony, and much appreciated. For fire, just a couple of things. Right now, we are currently interviewing for new firefighters, and we anticipate hiring probably anywhere from, I'm guessing, 6 to 8 for an academy that's scheduled to begin in February and should last through June. We'll be running that academy with the city of Palo Alto and the city of Mountain View, and about at least half of the training will be done here in Milpitas at our training site. So in addition to that, we have everybody back in town right now from all of the wildfire deployments that started in July. So for about 2 months solid, we had usually 2 engines and what we call 2 single resource personnel out at all times. So that's about 10 fire personnel. And at one point, I think we had 12 people out. So we're acting in a variety of roles, both on the Caldor incident as well as the Dixie fire. But everybody's back, everybody's safe, and now our poor fleet department is trying to put all of our apparatus together because those deployments beat the fire engines up pretty good. So they have their work cut out for them, but they're doing a real good job with that. And we did get the city council approved the purchase of a new fire engine, and we hope to take delivery of that sometime next year. So more to follow on that, but appreciative of the recognition from the council that our fleet needed some additional upgrades. So that's about it for fire.
Anything on the ambulance?
We still anticipate, that's one of the reasons the academy is starting in February. We just do still anticipate the ambulance going in service on July 1.
Okay.
That's July 1, 2022. So it did get delayed significantly. COVID definitely, COVID delayed just about everything. It kind of brought the whole world to a screeching halt. So, and that's definitely affected our ability to get that in service. It's ready to go once we have the personnel to staff it.
Okay.
Thank you,
So-
Chief, for the report.
Real quick on, sorry. So what type of apparatus did the department purchase, Chief Malone?
So the council approved a fire engine. And then they also did approve 4 new Ford F-250 pickup trucks to function as command vehicles.
Okay.
Captain Torres.
Hi, good evening. First of all, I just want to say thank you to Councilmember Dominguez for recognizing the efforts of our staff for putting out the PSA and our recent 9/11 video in conjunction with the fire department. Jason Speckenhauer, the sergeant from our police community relations unit, did a phenomenal job on that. And it was a real short turnaround on that for those videos. And that's something that he's doing in addition to supervising the police community relations unit and the school resource officers. So thank you for that. As far as for the police department, this afternoon and this morning, we conducted a pedestrian safety operation in conjunction with the California Office of Traffic Safety's Pedestrian Safety Month. So our traffic safety unit went out for a pedestrian decoy operation for vehicles that were failing to yield to pedestrians at the stop or in the crosswalks. And we were out at about the 700 block of South Main Street. We were also in the area of North Able Street and Penitencia Street, and then North Milpitas Boulevard across from City Hall and the Senior Center. And today's operation yielded 14 citations for violations of people not stopping for pedestrians that were in the crosswalk. And the pedestrian that was used for this operation was our traffic safety unit sergeant. And we posted that information on our social media as well. One of the upcoming events that we have this month for the month of September, on September 21st, which is Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., we are doing something a little bit different. I mean, traditionally you see coffee with a cop or donuts and coffee with a cop. This time we're going to go do boba with a cop. So we'll be over at the IT is called the business. It's just I-TEA, which is located at 760 East Calaveras Boulevard on Tuesday afternoon. We'll be there from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And again, if you follow any of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Nextdoor, or Instagram, we'll be posting information there. So we put a save the date up this week. We'll again post a little bit closer, and then obviously on the day of the event, we'll be posting live from there as much as we can. And that we're looking forward to that. Again, we have some ideas for upcoming community engagement events outside of the norm of just your standard coffee with a cop, just trying to reach as many people as we can, different spots in the city, and just change it up and do some different things. And that is all that I have from the police department.
Can I really quickly ask you, what was the date of the boba with the cop?
It is September 21st, so next Tuesday.
2 to 4.
2 to 4, yes, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
I'll be driving home from Irvine, but I will make sure that I'll arrive in time for a boba tea.
We will save you one.
All
And
right.
we partnered on that. We partnered with the business. So, obviously we'll buy some boba from them and they'll contribute a matching amount. And that's what we'll have available for those that attend, in addition to, the normal police department swag that we may have out there, and some flyers out there for people for crime prevention and tips and things like that to keep themselves safe, but mostly just to be out there and talk about whatever they want to talk about: sports, crime, the weather, boba. We'll talk about whatever. And those are very fun events. If you haven't been to one, I would encourage all of you to go and just kind of hang out and see what goes on and have some fun. So.
All right. Well, I hope to see all of you there. All right. Do we have any other items that we want to discuss, or are there any announcements before we adjourn this meeting? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? First, I want to say thank you. Hang on a second, Joe. Thank you for your time and service and to stay safe. I want to wish everyone a great night. Jill, you have something to say?
Oh no, I was just gonna make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
All right, everybody, have a great evening.
Thank you very much. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Hey, Mike, can you hear me?
He's muted.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just real quick now that you're here. Just have you heard anything from the Boy Scout Council if they're going to be doing the bike event this year? Or is that still kind of
I don't think so.
okay?
Yeah,
Figured I'd ask.
it's not on the calendar, and I sent him an email a month or so ago asking about it and did not get a response.
I would kind of think not because of the age.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah,
'Cause they can't get vaccinated in a lot of
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah, so I don't think they're
that's
gonna
what I
have-
thought.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right, good seeing you.
Okay. Well, if you hear different, just let me know.
Okay, sounds
good to
good.
see you.
Thanks.
Talk to you guys later.
Sure. Bye.
Bye.